free version from your workspace. Wait, Steve, what was your idea? So, like, you're going full steam ahead right now. Like, three of those is excellent. Yeah. You start to track all the contracts, otherwise you're going through. Yeah. Always self me. I don't necessarily agree with you.
You can help this podcast by using our affiliate links to buy awesome products. All hail our affiliates: Fiverr, eBay, Halley, AI, Pinpause, CBD for Life, A Premium Auto Parts, and Fans Edge. Go to smackology.42web.io and use our affiliate links to buy from these great companies.
Everybody wants to scratch an itch, but nobody ever wants to feel this wrath. Does anybody want a bag of rich in the cold moonlight? Everybody wants to smack a ditch. Life's a twisted plot, call it a glitch. Time to flex, no more being rich. Stitches acting funny, man, they switch. Streets are cold, gotta stay thug. People playing games, they pulling a rug. Talking big, but they just above. Ballin' hard while they tryna plug. Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Haters hating hard, but I'm on my grind. Stacking paper while they falling behind. Got my crew tight, we ain't never blind. Flexing on the haters, we a different kind. Spit 5 frames, yeah, we in the booth. All these fake thugs just hide the truth. Chillin' with the real, we ain't got no sleuth. Keep your head high, show 'em what's the proof. Stacking off the podcast, coming at you from the downside. You wanna ride or do you running high? Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Smack a niche, reality's a bitch. Life's a dirty game, scratching that itch. Every day grind like we in a pitch. You either rise up, or you end up in a ditch. Haters hating hard, but I'm on my grind. Stacking paper while they falling behind. Got my crew tight, we ain't never blind. Flexing on the haters, we a different kind. Spit 5 frames, yeah, we in the booth. All these fake thugs just hide the truth. Chillin' with the real, we ain't got no sleuth. Keep your head high, show 'em what's the proof. Stacking off the podcast, coming at you from the downside. You wanna ride or do you running high?
Macking up the podcast is coming soon. Besides, what do you have better to do? So wait and get that look off of your face. Macking up the podcast are preparing now. Please stop complaining and just chill out. Just wait and get that look off of your face. They're coming soon, you know they are. Don't be so impatient, okay? They're probably asleep. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucky, muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean. Beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucky, muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean. Beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. Macking up the podcast is coming soon. Besides, what do you have better to do? So wait and get that look off of your face. Macking up the podcast are preparing now. Please stop complaining and just chill out. Just wait and get that look off of your face. They're coming soon, you know they are. Don't be so impatient, okay? They're probably asleep. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucky, muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean. Beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucky, muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean. Beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. Macking up the podcast is coming soon. Besides, what do you have better to do? So wait and get that look off of your face. Macking up the podcast are preparing now. Please stop complaining and just chill out. Just wait and get that look off of your face. They're coming soon, you know they are. Don't be so impatient, okay? They're probably asleep. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucking muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. Macking up the podcast is coming soon. Besides, what do you have better to do? So wait and get that look off of your face. Macking up the podcast are preparing now. Please stop complaining and just chill out. Just wait and get that look off of your face. They're coming soon, you know they are. Don't be so impatient, okay? They're probably asleep. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucking muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head. Macking up the podcast is coming soon. Besides, what do you have better to do? So wait and get that look off of your face. Macking up the podcast are preparing now. Please stop complaining and just chill out. Just wait and get that look off of your face. They're coming soon, you know they are. Don't be so impatient, okay? They're probably asleep. What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head.
Video.
What I cannot say, a feeling something's wonky, like mucking muddy sand at the bottom of the ocean, beneath acrobatic trapeze artist monkeys. What can be said? It's all in your head.
He would be so scared to see me.
Everybody thinks we was doing this shit, doxing motherfuckers. Nah, they came at us first.
I got a fire raging in my front yard.
Oh, why did you set your front yard on fire? Are you drinking anything?
Fuck your team, dog bones, your columns, torture toilet
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Smacking Off the Podcast.
What's going on?
Hey. About you, I think I heard Ed. Can you hear me, Ed?
Yeah, can you hear me?
No.
Okay, good. Since you can't hear me, I won't tell you that I'm reporting live from Cigars on 6th in Denver, Colorado.
You were actually trying to come in live much earlier than now.
I'm sorry. Sue me.
And I'm used.
That's my son Steve and his friend BC and the great Carl Sona. All with me. We're having some cigars.
And that's amazing that you're. What's that, Doug?
I said I've seen that. I've been watching Ed smoke cigars for at least 15 minutes.
Hell yeah!
And I'm not confessing to smoking any weed since I've been in Denver.
Nikki,
Hello.
what's going on?
Not much.
All right, so I said Dane was going to be here. I think Dane's probably drunk, or Dane would have already been in here.
That's a possibility.
Bruce.
I'm here.
Bruce is here, and Bruce is not drunk.
Good evening, and I'm awake. I'm not asleep.
Not asleep.
Awesome.
Well, Ed, Bruce, when I called your name, I really don't think you were asleep.
I know.
You answered too quick.
But it was funny, though. I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, it was quite funny. And I'm also on myself on location, and I'm in Painesville, Michigan, on the Upper Peninsula.
Bruce, don't feel bad. I had to fake being asleep one time to get the show to be over.
Dr. Balls, how far are you from Traverse City?
I'm way north of there.
Okay.
I'm the closest town is Houghton, and there's like a copper mine on a peninsula that juts north into the lake. I'm like at one of the highest points of Michigan.
What's up? Wherever you are is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I had to cross the Mackinac Bridge, and it was another 2 hours from there to here. It is absolutely fabulously beautiful.
Wow.
Well, as you can see from my long sleeves, and I also have sweats on, the mosquitoes will eat you alive in this motherfucker, yo. I'm here to tell
Are you doing any fishing, Bob?
What's that?
You doing any fishing?
We're trying to, but we're really here to do geology, and we're looking at euprolites and agates and other cool rocks.
All right. That's another episode for another day, Bob.
Hallelujah. So I'm celebrating life just like Ed. As a matter of fact, in honor of the fact that Ed is smoking cigars, I'm going to smoke something myself. In honor of this momentous occasion, since this is legal here in Michigan. There you go. And I've got some help over here. Shout out to my stepdaughter, Amanda. So, yeah, that's great not to have a show. This is a great subject, but, we're trying to get Sean's going to kick in any minute. I know he's big into the Heisman, the historic thing that he's tracked for a long time.
We may have to go into these games first because Sean said he was going to be here, but it's going to be late, so I don't know how late, and I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time, so we can jump into some of these games, man. Because there's some great games this year, and I know everybody here at least knows one game that they've got circled on their calendar.
Oh, absolutely.
My game is always the same game.
What, the big game?
Indiana?
Yeah, there you go.
Did Michigan play in Appalachian State again?
Easy.
That's awful.
No answer from Ed on that one. Y'all haven't scheduled them since, have y'all?
It's okay.
Well, mine's traditional one is Oregon, and that doesn't hit until the last game of the season.
Do y'all still play Washington State last?
Yeah, we play Washington State. That's in the third or fourth game opening of the season.
Okay, y'all don't play them last anymore. So Oregon.
No, the November game is gone.
So yeah, let's just go ahead and throw this out there.
Oregon.
Yeah, that Huskies Cougars game is a big Pac-2 versus the big.
Well, I mean, it's still big here. I mean, it hasn't diminished as far as Big Brother beating up on Little Brother. I mean, that's annual tradition, and no, I mean, it's for the bragging rights of the team. And as far as that goes, no, they still throw shit at each other. So no, that hasn't diminished.
Can you foresee a time when this rivalry will cease to exist?
I hope not. I really don't. It's one of those games that I may not mark on my calendar, but it's still. I mean, Husky and Cougs, man, it goes way back,
It
way
does.
back, and I
It does.
just
And I mean, you've got the Pack 2 becoming the Pack something here soon. Not going to be a great conference, but I mean, it's difficult to schedule, and you've got a game right there every year. I don't see Washington dropping this game.
it will be a tier 2. I mean, conference as far as I'm concerned, and
Oh, absolutely.
so it's one where you know we there again we don't consider Boise a big threat. In fact, I would put Boise more of a threat now than Wazoo is. A
Yeah,
lot
boy.
more of a threat. They do a lot better, I think, recruiting. I think it's in a good part of the country. I don't know if any of you have been or driven through Pullman, but you blink and you're through the town. You're surrounded by wheat fields. It's nothing. You know, my I'm pretty sure my granddaughter was listening to me, who swims for the school. She probably will daggers to me, because she is solidly a coug, you know. So and she's outnumbered, terribly outnumbered in the family.
Isn't it about 30 minutes from Moscow, Idaho?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's pretty country, but it's either hotter than hell during the summer or you freeze your ass off during the winter. I mean, there's no because it gets that draft coming up from Canada, down from Canada, and it gets damn cold there. It really does.
Gee, I hate being cold. It's important to me to not be cold. One of
No,
the things I
trust
really
me,
hate.
you live there. It's cold.
Nikki, got a question. If you're circling one on your schedule, just randomly this year, what do you got? What game excites you?
I'm ready for Florida, Miami.
Oh yeah, and that game don't happen every year, does it? Is it supposed to happen every year moving forward?
I think what the biggest thing moving forward, and I'm sure Bruce kind of feels it too, his games getting moved. We always play Florida, Tennessee in September, going into October, and it's getting moved way back. These conferences growing, our schedules are completely changing, and it's going to go back to the way it was before. We can't play Miami after this year because of our conference is growing.
Fuck, I'm trying to enjoy it while it's here, right?
Yeah. The Gators got an unusually rough draw this whole season.
Oh yeah,
I love
Gators got a tough schedule this year.
So many of us have been fighting for these type schedules for so long, getting sick of playing. Okay, I don't mind one cupcake game, but there for a while it was 3 every year. Two for Florida because we had Florida State, and now you could see have another.
So let me say this, Nikki, and I don't know if I speak for everyone, but some of us are scratching our heads over Florida's hype. Florida's picked in the top 10. Am I correct?
They're hyped up.
Okay, so And I'm really scratching my head because I don't know. I'm not an insider like you are, and you know a lot more about what's going on. What do you think about this season? And
I has to- our offense is stacked from our offensive line, receivers, tight ends. We've got some of the best. But then you look on our defense, and he's defense like he had in the middle to late 90s. He's going Spurrier style, and that is exciting to me because I love when Florida has that hard hitting defense, and we haven't had it in a long time.
well, there's got to be a reason that Florida's getting the hype that they're getting.
I think it's
Lagway.
I think it has everything to do with DJ Lagway at 100%. He showed, you know, he won 6 out of the 7 games he started last season. He should have won that 7th, but he got hurt. That was against. I mean, they were giving Georgia a run for their damn money, and he gets hurt and couldn't come back in. So I believe it has to do with DJ being the reason they're hyped up, but this team has a lot more than DJ, and we haven't been able to say that for a long time. I mean, between him utilizing the portal the correct way, bringing in just the players that are needed, and then recruiting the last 2 years has really been good. So I won't hype him up yet, but I'm excited.
Okay, so Ed, you were talking about it's always the same game for you, and I fucked with you, and you didn't get your game in. So
it's
what's your
obviously
game,
the
Ed?
Ohio State-Michigan game, going for the 5-peat, which will be very difficult. And I'm going to have to take Jeremiah Smith seriously when he said, we're not going to lose to Michigan anymore as long as I'm here, which is 1 year.
Well, let me say this. You know who Alex Bryan is, right?
Who what?
You know who Alex Bryan is?
Yeah.
Well, he says that Michigan's going to win again in the regular season this year. But I think he's only saying that because he's predicting Ohio State to win the national championship again. He wants it to happen just like it happened last year.
Well, I don't think the Buckeyes are going to win the national championship again. They'll be in the mix, but they lost an awful lot on both sides of the ball, and they lost their defensive coordinator. So I don't see them repeating. Plus, they got inexperience at the quarterback. That doesn't mean they won't be real good by the end of the year, but I can't see that happening.
Bob, I know you got a game. I mean, shit's not going well up in the Bluegrass State, but I'm sure you still got a Kentucky game.
Well, I thought about that, and usually Kentucky and Florida's been competitive for a few years, but I don't think it will be this year. Kentucky, South Carolina's been competitive in the past, and Lenore Sellers is a real interesting guy, but I don't think that game's going to be all that great either. I think that South Carolina's probably going to crush us, but I do got a game I'm looking at that I find fairly interesting, and that's Notre Dame, and was it Notre Dame playing Texas or is it Georgia? Hold on, I had this marked. Sorry about that. No, here was my game: Texas and Ohio State. I think that's an early game, and it's one of the most interesting early season matchups there is. It'll say a lot about that, and I don't even know I don't think Ohio State's. I mean, I don't know. I just think Texas is overrated, and Ohio State's going to win it. But if they don't, I mean, then we have to listen to Texas fans. So that's why that game's so important. I don't want to hear Texas fans crow all year. I just can't stand it. It's building up, and they're almost as bad as Tennessee. They may be worse because neither one of them ever done nothing lately. So,
but Doctor, I'm curious. Who do you have in the early season matchup with Manning going into the shoe to play against the defending national champs with an inexperienced QB?
I think Ohio State wins that game. I think they're going to ram it down Texas's throat and make them like it. They're going to run the football.
Interesting.
So that's one of the out of conference games. Other interesting games we got Michigan at Oklahoma.
That's
you didn't
interesting.
mention that one, Ed, but that is an interesting game.
Well, because it's gonna, even though Moore hasn't named Underwood as his starter, I think he'll be the guy, and it's obviously a marquee matchup in his second game. So I think Oklahoma rightly will be favored, but I think it could go either way.
All right, we got here's an interesting one. We got Alabama going to Tallahassee. This is the battle of 2023. This is the if you remember correctly, Florida State fans were livid that Alabama got their fucking spot in the playoffs. So,
but do we have any sense that Florida State's going to be even respectable?
I mean, I don't know.
They got them ranked in the top 10. Didn't y'all say that a while ago?
No, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Okay,
yeah,
Florida State.
Ranked in the toilet bowl, my friend.
Yes,
they're not getting any. Nobody thinks they're going to do anything.
I think continuity, and then Alabama, the coach there, DeBoer, bringing back some of his coordinators that he's had in the past. I think it's going to bode well for Alabama, and they might put on a show against Florida State, Doug.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, so here's one. LSU at Clemson.
Ooh, I'm excited about that one as well. And their
QB is out of the Heisman race.
Oh, yeah, that's two of your Heisman candidates right there. And also, Ed, a lot of smack has been talked. This is smacking off the podcast. That puts some highlight on this game because they're talking about who the real Death Valley is and who needs to worry about what. So there's been some smack talked about this game, and I find it very interesting. And me personally, I think that Nussmeier is overhyped. I don't know what they see in him. And whereas Klubnik has gotten better each year, he was sharp by the end of last season. I think Clemson's going to crush him.
I'm definitely pulling for Clemson because Dabo is less of a dick than Kelly.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. And they plus none of us love Brian Kelly. I don't know how many. What about you, Bruce? Do you love Brian Kelly?
Oh hell no! Oh hell no! I have. Oh, this is a turd.
What about you, Dickie? I know you don't love him either, right? Oh, but anyway, nobody. And I'm going to speak for Sean. I know that Sean doesn't love him either, right? And
no.
well, here's one that Sean would probably want to talk about, and we will probably hit him up when he comes on, if he comes on. Notre Dame at Miami, which is a renewal of a rivalry that goes way back.
Absolutely.
I mean, way back in the sense of today's world. I mean, maybe not back into the 20s and 30s, but definitely back to the 80s, which is a long fucking time ago at this point.
The Irish have a much better coach, and Carson Beck isn't all that.
Bruce, what was that?
In talking, I hate to regress back, but I would have to say right now, if I was to pick a game for the season that, other than Oregon, which is traditional, would be Ohio State coming into the big war, beautiful stadium, and I'd have to circle that for me this year to be the prominent one. I forgot about Ohio State coming here, which for us, we have a lot of payback. And it's tough. Well, we're riding on a 20-game win streak here in War Stadium that we haven't lost. So that game would probably be definitely high for everyone that I've talked to so far, of Husky fans that they've circled the wagons on.
Hell yeah. I like to see that's a new matchup. That is what's intriguing about some of the conference consolidation, Bruce, is we get some powerhouse games like this as part of the conference schedule. They could develop into real rivalries,
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mention this game, but and I really wish Sean was here, and if he comes in, we're going to have to revisit this. But Georgia Tech, Colorado. I stuck it on the graphic for one fucking reason and one reason only. This should have been the national championship game in 1990.
That's true.
Georgia Tech won it on one pole, Colorado on another. And beyond that, not a lot of significance here because Colorado, they're kind of empty right now. Georgia Tech looks pretty good though. Georgia Tech going to Colorado. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I don't know if I even give a shit. But like I said, this should have been the national championship game in '90.
They always play tough.
A fight for Dion.
What was that, Nikki?
I think Colorado is the worst. Like, something could more this year. With Dion and everything. What?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. But I think Georgia Tech's going to actually be better than what most people think. I think.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they're actually getting a little bit of hype now.
They are, and
I mean, they've gotten better.
The last 3 seasons, they've improved.
Yeah, but I'm also excited about TCU and UNC. I'm excited.
I mentioned TCU on the last show, Nikki, just in honor of you.
Right.
She's breaking up. We'll have to build her better and faster than before. Did you guys lose her?
I lost her.
Goodness. Well, I noticed that you have Michigan and Oklahoma on the list as well, Doug.
Is Doug there?
I don't know. It looks like you and I. Let's see.
You know,
I'm still here.
Oh, killer.
If Oklahoma's defense plays like they did against Alabama, then we obviously have a problem.
Yes. Now the question is whether or not Oklahoma has improved at all on offense, you know?
I've heard rumblings that this new guy coming into Oklahoma is the best quarterback in the country. Now, that's obviously premature.
It could be. It could be premature. Now, what's his name? Is he a transfer? Or is he somebody that they've brought in themselves?
They brought somebody in. Hold on. Let me see who he is.
Hell yeah. I think it's good for Oklahoma to be good. I like to see it when Oklahoma is relevant. Now, it's a different flavor now that they're in the SEC. Right?
John Mateer.
Yeah, I think I have read up about him on 24/7. I mean, if he's really that good, I mean, and they can do what they want to do, like you said, they had an excellent defense. I think that's not going to fall off. If they could just control the football without fumbling. Against Alabama, it was just a big fumble fest. Every time they got close, they'd throw the ball away or lay it on the ground. Can't win like that.
Mateer transferred in from Washington State, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what do you know about him, Bruce?
He's good. He's a good guy. I like him.
Hell yeah. Timothy Bailey. What's that, Nicky?
It's too bad that Wazoo has gone through so much turmoil and upheaval the last couple of years, and split up. But hey, that's what's happening in college football nowadays. There's nothing set in stone. Everything's on quicksand, and it's just so hard to predict how teams are going to react or outcome after transferring into different conferences, dealing with different logistics of travel and stuff. So no, this is still going to be an ongoing transition in my book, for about 3 or 4 years before.
I think we're seeing the most parity that we've ever seen.
That's true. That is true.
Well, with everything with the portal, coaching in season matters even more because you have to put together an actual team pretty quick.
Yeah, and it's capable. Whoever can get.
One thing with the transfer portal, it does allow you to rebuild like we did last year to a certain degree, but it doesn't solve all the ills. You still have to recruit out of high school and build off that.
Yes, absolutely. And they, I think it's real intriguing. Also, how about Oregon at Penn State, guys? What do y'all think about that game? I think it's going to be intriguing there.
We need Kyle here or Chris Scully to assess.
Well, the reason I brought it up is I think they're both teams that have aspirations, but never really seem to break through.
Yeah.
And it'd be ironic if one of those two teams kind of crushed the other's aspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I would lean for me Penn to win that game.
I would lean Oregon because Penn State typically. I mean, last year we all know what happened. They got in the playoffs because they expanded the playoffs. If they didn't expand the playoffs, then Penn State does exactly what they normally do. Oregon wins at Penn State. When is that game?
I think it's like November the.
Shit! I thought it was earlier than that.
Well,
okay.
September 27th.
Oregon, though, Doug, is that Dante Moore is a big question mark.
Hold on. Wait, what did you say, Bob?
September the 27th.
Yeah. Give me Oregon. If it was late, I'd go with Penn State.
Yeah, and back to Bruce's point. Even if you can assemble a team out of the transfer portal, how good are you as a coach at getting them ready and having them ready for the season and integrated and gelling as a unit? I mean, for example, Mark Stoops, it was in his favor at Kentucky prior to the consolidation that he played he front loaded the schedule with cupcakes in general, right? So because he had a hard time just getting a recruited team ready. It took him forever to get the team ready. They weren't really clicking till 4 or 5 games into the season. If you do that now with these early season matchups such as we're talking about, and the team recruited out of the transfer portal, and you better have your team ready. And if I had put my money on it, I would put my money on Dan Lanning over Franklin to do that.
Yeah, but that Dante Moore is a big question mark at quarterback. He did not look good coming out of UCLA, transferring in, and I think that's their Achilles heel.
You're probably right, but I think Eller is nothing but a game manager, and it might come down to who can.
Then they could be closer than what we think. Then,
Yeah, it come down to who can run the football.
An early game like that, it just feels like a Penn State loss to me. But I've been wrong before.
It would shift the Big Ten though, definitely in a big way if Oregon was to win that game, and they would still have yet Ohio State to play with a lot at stake, and that game would all of a sudden would mean a lot. You know what I mean? And then you still have Indiana as a possible spoiler. So the question is now, for the size of the playoff that we have, are we going to have 3 lost teams from the? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to have 3 lost conference teams in the playoff? I mean, that could be possible. I can see a NFC East 1990s style scenario where both the SEC and Big Ten beat each other so bad, and that we will have 3.
That SMU wins the championship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not necessarily, but
not SMU particularly, but somebody like SMU.
Right. Well, at least you would have like two or three. Every team would have like three losses, and it would cause just as much controversy as it did in the smaller playoffs and the BCS because of the fact that we'd be picking what 3-loss team deserves to get into the college football playoffs. So I think that's the future of it, based on the parity that you were talking about earlier,
Well, we
Doug.
were kind of doing that. We were kind of doing that last year. I mean, there was arguments that Alabama should be in, and I didn't see it, but I think it was more of a money argument.
But I also think that
But they also had
there's a lack of a superior team. That number one, that usually most seasons we go and we hang our hat on one guy and we say, "Oh yeah, this is the bell cow. They're the leader." I can't say in any one given conference that I feel confident that I could do that and say, "Oh yeah, this is the dog that's going to win." I can't this year. There's not a superior team that I see in any conference.
Well, that's what they wanted, Bruce, and that's going to make college football more exciting.
Crazy to see, though.
Yeah.
I mean, not for Alabama fans. But
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's good, but there again, this is the first season that I can say in probably 12 years for me that I can't pick a winner. I really can't pin the tail on the donkey and say, "Oh yeah, he's getting me to the Holy Land."
If I had to pick one team that looks like they're the one, y'all don't think I'm crazy, but I think it's Clemson.
Could be.
I really do. Because Clemson has the weapons. They got the experience at quarterback. They've got the defense. They've got a coach that can obviously coach a national championship. And whether you land him, loves him, or hate him, Clemson's loaded, has an experienced quarterback that's efficient. They've got wide receivers that are explosive. Sounds like a formula that's worked for them before. So as far as outside of them, as far as pure talent goes, then you're looking at Ohio State again.
All right, so we're now joined by Landon Beeman. I'm fucking with you, Bob.
I know, but I mean, really though, if you really look at it, Clemson is loaded for bear, really, and they're returning guys. They're not portal guys, even though they did get some to their credit, right? They yes, but the guys that matter for them are their guys, and they've been there a year or two, and it could show. If it don't show, then the kind of questions that Lanham have are going to get huge because they're loaded. They're loaded for bear, man. So
Landon's ready. I don't know if he's ready for your scenario, but he's ready for the alternate scenario that you just proposed.
Well, I don't think it's going to go like that. I think they're going to sweep through the ACC, and they're going to have a fight about how worthy they are to get to number 1 seed. That's what I think is going to happen.
Let's find an opposition here. God damn it. Nikki?
I agree with Dr. Balls. They're a threat, and I don't see them having any trouble in conference.
All right. Fuck you, Ed.
Okay.
Doug always has one fuck you, Ed.
We like that. It's exciting and new. Like Nick.
Right.
Nikki, do you disagree with this?
No, I think.
God damn it!
Is it? I need your phone.
You just said it all. Bruce.
What?
Do you disagree with this?
Oh hell no! I'll never disagree with you, Doug.
No, not me. Not me. Not me. You disagree with this Clemson analysis?
Yes, I do. I agree with it. I look overall that they might be the best equipped, I will say, all around with coaching, players, returning lettermen, and things like that. That I think they have a real good balance, and they're in a good. They're situated very well. Georgia, I would put them close in that category. But
well, thank God Clemson Dane's not here.
Well, sorry, Clemson Dane. He's a big boy. I don't get everything I want. Don't life don't work that way in the Martinez household.
I do think Clemson will be improved, but something tells me that they're not going to be able to pull it together to win it all.
Now, are we overlooking LSU?
No,
I'm not overlooking LSU. I just think that Nussmeier isn't as good as they say he is. Right? I mean, because if he was as good as they said, they're putting him in. I don't know where they're Heisman contention, and I don't know if that's because he's going into another year as a starter. I mean, I guess you have to, but there is a lot of weapons at LSU, but I really haven't seen Kelly use the weapons that he had, and I just don't know. I just don't see
I
it.
haven't seen anything out of LSU since the current coach arrived that makes me believe that they can win it all.
You're right.
Is
And
this
hell,
better?
I feel like they're going to blow it somewhere, even if they are good enough to win it all.
yeah, and
Because
they
really, there's probably more teams that are capable of winning it all every year, especially now with the parity. I bet you there's 10 or 15 teams that are good enough, but most of the time, a team that's good enough will still fuck it up somewhere, and it's that team that don't fuck it up at the right place at the wrong time, or however you want to say it. There's just that one team that don't fuck it up that typically wins it all.
Well, yeah, that's scheduling. That contribute those things. All those, one football, a drop of a punt return can change the whole season.
yeah.
Here's a good example of what I'm talking about. COVID season. I knew Alabama was going to win it all. The reason I did is because only somebody as organized as Nick Saban was going to make it through the situation and get to the championship game without having players out. I mean, Nick Saban don't fuck around.
Neither did the conference.
I don't think he had one player go out that year. Not one.
But
Yeah, it was great.
But
He
also,
did.
the conference wasn't bullshitting around. They were going to play whether COVID was there or not.
Right.
Period. So I that for just on that alone, I thought Alabama was in. They weren't going to miss a beat.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't missing a beat. I felt like a lot of other teams were going to miss a beat because navigating COVID was difficult. I mean, you had LSU that was supposed to be pretty good, and they ended up losing half their team for several games. And there was a lot of that going on, and I knew that Saban was the ultimate organization guy.
Oh, yeah.
To navigate through that. And truthfully, it was probably by default. I mean, a lot of people say there should be an asterisk beside that national championship. Probably so, because that was a difficult environment to navigate, and Nick Saban had an advantage over just about everybody.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
You got to be a control freak to the level of Nick Saban to make it through that shit.
Yeah, he managed every possible asset it took to keep them from losing everybody they had to.
The Pac-12 at that time made every measure that they could for a horrible season. I mean, they set one block in front of every team that they couldn't overcome, and it just wiped everyone out. Just wiped the conference out. That was it. It was done.
It didn't look like such a good move now. But hindsight's 2020. But people were against it then too, and they felt like they were taking the high road. And now it don't look so like their decision was so great because I think it damaged just like mom and pop restaurants and stores and stuff. Everywhere I go, all over America, and I'm well traveled. A lot of them were destroyed by COVID. And they never came back again, and such is the Pac-12. So they did it to themselves. And that revenue didn't come in, right? And their percentage of the revenue when the revenue is zero is pretty damn low. You know what I'm saying? So
it changed everything for our team. As far as financial outcome, you don't lose $10 million in a season and think you can recuperate it on the back half when there's no back half.
I agree with that. The SEC kept rolling right up. Man, it came from the other games not being played and got even more interest and even more eyes on the games in the conference. So for the SEC, it was a win-win.
Yeah.
And then the ACC as well. The ACC got a lot of eyeballs on their product. And there were teams that went independent of what the conference said. And who knows how this flavor's going ahead, how these conferences are constituted because of what happened during that time. So now the Pac-12 is struggling to get new members. The members of the Pac-12 that went to the Big Ten are the ones that allied against COVID, along with members of the Big Ten. And so it's an interesting situation. And we know that there may be an edge in the future for the SEC that they made those decisions against the Big Ten or whatever they call themselves now. They're so massive that they would made the other decisions. So you just have to look at their leadership, and obviously the SEC's bloodthirsty. They want their money.
So, guys, what do we think about this Heisman race? I mean, it's early, but I know everybody's got a favorite in their mind.
Hell yeah. Well, obviously I like Clayton Klubnik. Sorry, guys. Cade Klubnik, I'm a big fan of him, but I also find Lenore Sellers real interesting. There's a lot of hype around him, and he showed some flashes. Klubnik's a steady player, but Lenore Sellers was flashy, and I think Lagway's also a dark horse.
I think Sellers amazing. If he had a team that surrounds him, he should be a big time player.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be hard for Langway
Bob
if
says,
they've
hell
got
yeah.
some losses.
What's that,
Hey,
Ed?
It's going to be tough for
No,
Langway if they've got
we got to
3 or
bookmark
4
this real
losses.
quick. If Bob says, hell yeah, that means he didn't hear you.
That's right.
But away.
I just wanted to, the show must go on, So we know that she talked about how great Lagway was. Excuse me. I about fell out over it, guys. I know you shouldn't left your own shtick, but about
Eventually somebody's going to say, fuck you, fuck everything about you, and you're only going to hear every third word, and you're going to say, what are you going to say, Bob?
we'll
Hell
say
yeah.
hell yeah. That's awesome. What insight? We can get serious about. And for some insight from Nikki, right?
Nikki's gone. She'll be back.
So,
Maybe.
but Ed was trying to talk about Lagway. What do you think about Lagway, Ed?
It's going to be tough for him to take home the hardware if they've got 3 or 4 losses, even if he's deserving because of that schedule. So I think Manning and Smith have the clearest pass.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith is a hell of a talented player.
When you say Manning, does Peyton Manning have a year of eligibility left, or are you talking about another Manning?
Yeah.
What about the running back from Louisville? What does people think about him?
Bob says, fuck that guy. Don't you, Bob?
Yes, fuck him. Yes, absolutely. Let's see who they got on that. We got. So here's what everybody's talking about. They got Archie Manning. They got Garrett Nussmeier. They got Jeremiah Smith. They got them as the front runners, and I think Jeremiah Smith is. Archie Manning's got the name, and everybody's been hyping this guy. This is the 3rd year they've been sweating him, so obviously that gives him some. But as far as people who will be able to prove it on the field, and I think can do it, me personally, I have Klubnik, Jeremiah Smith, Lenore Sellers. I think those are the ones that and Lagway that by the way they play and what they can accomplish can overcome them guys. Because to me, Archie Manning's been good when he got in the game here and there, but nothing about what he's done tells me he's
you mean Arch Manning?
Yes, Arch Manning. What's that?
Archie Manning's turning over his grave right now, Bob.
You already picked Clemson to be there, Doc, and I think that means Klubnik's going to be right there. Yeah,
Klubnik has to be right there. If Klubnik has the Heisman Trophy season, then Clemson is in the championship. So, for me, the dark house is Lenore Sellers and Lagway. right? They're the ones that have a chance to prove it on the field. If South Carolina goes 10-2 in the regular season, Lenore Sellers will be in there, and he's an exciting athlete. But just like Lagway, the way they play football, either one of them could get hurt any game of the season.
My dark horse is Ed.
Me?
Yes, why not?
What about you, Bruce? Who you got on that?
I would probably venture to. I was reading one where they have Dante Moore in the race, so I was kind of like, well, that's pretty damn open, isn't it? So right now I would say Klubnik would be the number one guy that I would say that, if he stays consistent through the year, they win, he gets the trophy, so.
No, Arch Man's got a lot of players around him, and we'll see how consistent he is. But his name recognition, and the fact that they've been hyping him for 3 years is going to keep him in it. If he did have a superlative season,
Got to beat Ohio State on the road.
Yes, that's
if he loses that game and gets his ass handed to him, that's probably the end of his name for a serious consideration.
Yeah, I'd say that's true too. Whereas I think that, like I said earlier, Clemson has a chance to just sweep the ACC, and then they're out of conference game with LSU.
Hold on now. Belichick's the coach of North Carolina now.
Well, he's a bit.
You got one question, right? Is Tom Brady the quarterback?
Exactly. I don't even know who the quarterback for North Carolina is.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter. North Carolina's not going to do anything. Belichick's going to have fun for a few years, and then he's going to bow out gracefully.
Yeah, he's going
to find out it's a lot tougher going back to college than what.
Well, he never coached in college before, did he? Not as a head coach.
Yeah, college football's a professional game now, as far as I'm looking at it.
Exactly, but more importantly, he's never done anything without Tom Brady under center.
It's true.
And I don't think his son, as defense coordinator, is going to be a savior for him either. So,
no,
because he was
you always give family.
You always
give family jobs even when they don't deserve it.
Yeah. It's like Pee Wee League football. If your dad wasn't the coach, you didn't get the football, right? And it didn't matter how fast you were. They just made you a safety, right? Or the rover or the bandit, right? But if your dad wasn't the head coach, you was never going to touch the football. And it didn't matter how sucky the kid was, whose dad was the head coach, that kid's going to get the football. Am I wrong about that?
I got to throw this out, Bob, because you reminded me of it. Chris Scully was coaching Pee Wee League football.
Yeah.
But he's not coaching this year, but he's a referee this year. He just told me this the other day.
Oh, he's the other team.
Kudos to Chris Scully. Throw a fucking flag every chance you get, especially if the team is not your home town team, right?
He loves youth football, man. I'm glad he's giving his time. I wonder if he's making any money.
I'm sure he gets paid a little bit, but Chris Scully's the type of guy though that he ain't throwing no flags in favor of anybody.
Nah, I believe he's fair.
Guy, man. He's really that guy.
Scully's a straight up dude. I can't.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dad.
Oh shit, Dane, you missed it.
Missed it.
They were so hyped up on Clemson. Let's go ahead and let's close out. Everybody tell Clemson Dane what they said about Clemson. Except me, because I didn't say much. I just said Clemson Dane, that's all I said.
Legitimate.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to tell him. So I said that Clemson was the team best equipped to win the national championships. People had said that they didn't see a clear team. to win a national championship. And overall, I agree, except for the fact that Clemson has an experienced quarterback that's efficient, that has real weapons around him, especially at wide receiver, and a real defense, and a coach that's won the national championship. So if you really had to look at one team that has it ahead of them to win the national championship, it's Clemson. If they beat LSU at home, right, and then they'll sweep the ACC and go in, and then we'll have the controversy about whether a team should be the number one seed by being the ACC champion. So I think that's what's going to happen for Clemson, Dane.
Man, I fucking hate the ACC, dude. I'm so sick of this shit.
Yeah, I'm sick of it too.
I think you nailed it, though, Bob.
Yeah. So that's how I believe it's going to go.
And Ed, change your story this time.
Not changing my story.
God damn it, Ed.
So therefore, that also means that Klubnik will probably win the Heisman Trophy, in my opinion, because Arch Manning, since we're on the Heisman Trophy winners day, Arch Manning is in position to win the Heisman Trophy because of his name and all the hype, and because he's at Texas with a huge fan base. But he could lose early season games like Ohio State, and he could. And then I also think that Lagway and Sellers can play themselves into a Heisman race, but otherwise, it's out there for Klubnik to lose, in my opinion.
That'd be something. I've never seen a Clemson player win a Heisman, so.
Right, it hasn't happened much. So what we're going to have to do is
never happened.
Never happened. So Landon, he don't really love Clemson, but to my opinion, Klubnik is well positioned as well because he has a chance to lead a team to the national championship. And he threw like 38 touchdowns and 6 interceptions last year.
Yeah.
And they.
Dane, hold up for a second, Dane.
He ran for a few too.
Dane, hold up 1 second.
What's up?
We're now joined by Landon Beeman. I'm fucking with you, Dane.
I love Landon.
That's next week.
I'll be here for that one. I won't be late.
That's the ACC. That's the ACC thing. We got to bring Landon in for that.
Hell yeah, he's Clemson's biggest fan.
He is.
He loves them. It's exciting and new for him, like the Love Boat.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Dane, you don't even remember the fucking Love Boat, do you?
I saw reruns when I was a kid. I watched a lot of
You saw the intro.
TV
You saw the
Land.
song one time.
Huh?
Sing the song for me real quick. Just go ahead.
Hell no. No.
The Love Boat soon will be making another run.
That's right.
Bruce can sing it from beginning to end, but he's not going to.
No, maybe Green Acres.
Ed, can you sing the Love Boat theme?
Oh God, it's a love boat, exciting and new.
That's right.
Good, that was really
Who's
good.
smoking a joint?
No.
I was.
Oh. Hell
yeah. But I wish I could fax you one. I'd try to help you out with that. It's legal up here in Michigan, so I figured I'd do it in public without fear. But somehow I can't let go of the fear, right, of the man showing up and trying to put his weight down and oppress me. But, it's what it is. And, Doug, if you remember, back-to-back with the Love Boat was Fantasy Island.
Yeah, I do remember that, Bob. That's sad that we both remember that. And hey, Brutus, don't act like you don't remember it, Bruce.
No, I will.
If you give me another week,
Ed definitely remembers it. Ed was the director on the Fantasy Island.
If you give me till next week, I can work on a rendition of Love American Style.
Oh, there you go.
Ed, don't try to hide the fact that you directed Fantasy Island, right?
You got me.
But what he in the Cordoba commercial? Because they'd have a Chrysler Cordoba commercial between the two shows, right? And that's where I learned about Ricardo Montalban. He said, I'll never forget what he said. He said, all women are beautiful, just some more so than others.
Right, exactly. So that means he'd fuck any of them, right?
Oh yeah,
but some of them he'd fuck a lot harder than others.
So I was shocked to see him a few years later in Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, because I thought his sole thing in life was to sell Chrysler Cordobas.
Little known fact: Carlos Montalban. Y'all ever heard the song "Baby It's Cold Outside"?
Yeah.
That's racist, I heard.
Well, I don't know if it's racist. I think that people are worried that he slipped it was like
some kind of
date rape. Date rape.
Yeah.
Hey, say, honey, what's in this drink? Remember the line? Yeah, but anyway, it's famous.
Warm your ass up, man.
It's famous for, besides what Dane said, it's famous for being a Dean Martin. Who was the woman's name? Does anybody remember? Well, it's not important right now. I mean, I'm not being sexist, but I don't remember her name. But that was not the original. The original came from a movie, and it was Carlos Montalban that sang it.
Oh, Ricardo Montalban.
He did.
I did love his acting. I thought he was great in Star Trek 2, by the way. That's one of my favorite movies.
Sorry, that was Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Oh, my God.
Doris Day and Dean Martin.
Isn't she the mother of Carrie Fisher?
Yep.
Yes, I believe she is.
No.
Not Doris Day. No,
that was the girl, the woman who did the voice for Charlotte's Web, the spider. Debbie Reynolds.
Debbie Reynolds. Oh, okay. Debbie Reynolds. My bad.
And that was so fucked up that Carrie Fisher died one day in December, and the next day, her mother died.
That's heavy.
It was heavy.
Hell yeah.
All right,
That's
so
crazy.
shit. Is there anything else to talk about? I mean, Dane's got his dick hard. What else?
Well, we can talk about
Ed, you're muted. You muted yourself.
I'm out of battery.
Oh.
Oh,
Almost.
fuck, Ed.
Damn.
God damn it, we got another hour to go.
No, because Sean's not on.
Yeah, there's no time. We're going to give Dane, let's give Dane the last word.
What am I giving the words on?
Just talk directly to Landon Beeman, and I will make a clip of it, and we'll send it directly to Landon.
Oh my God, I don't even know what I would say to that fucking guy.
Just do it. Come on, you and Landon, y'all would hang out if y'all were in the same town.
Yeah, I'd drink a beer 20 with that guy.
Have you ever met him in person?
No, not yet.
That's worse. I mean, I'm worse because I live like 45 minutes from him.
Bailey,
and I've never met him either.
How far are you from Birmingham?
Who's from Birmingham?
How far are you from Birmingham?
About 140, 150 feet.
Well,
I'm not quite in Birmingham. I'm actually in Jefferson County, but it's really close.
I'm planning on coming to Birmingham in the not too distant future. So.
All right, you can sleep in my basement.
Hell yeah.
It's a little leaky down there, but we'll work it out.
Hell yeah. There you go. Now Bailey met.
No, Landon's the one you want to hook up with. Landon will put you up. It'll be like a fucking penthouse, dude. Landon makes the big money.
Oh, hell yeah. What does he do?
Or at least I've heard that. What?
What does he do?
I'm not sure.
No,
I guess that means he's a drug dealer.
He is a graduate of Alabama.
That means he's a drug dealer because we don't really know.
Or a CIA agent or something like that, you know.
No, Sean's a CIA agent. That's why he couldn't be on tonight.
That's right.
He's out
it was things of great importance.
Right now, he's about to take somebody out for Trump, or he's about to take Trump out. We don't know which one. Did I just get us in trouble?
You gotta be careful.
He's been happy since Trump's back in.
Oh yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. I'll go on record right now. You
know. No comment, guys.
All right, am I running a? Sorry, am I running the outro?
Yeah, we can do that, but I got one thing to say. Right? Like, share, subscribe, and follow. We're getting heated up for this season. And thank you for watching Smacking Off the Podcast.
One more thing. God damn it, Ed.
Good night, everybody.
Smacking Off the Podcast. Fuck your city, dog balls. Because sports authorities.
Thank you for supporting Smacking Off the Podcast. Make sure to stream in every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for an all-new live cast.